So, Josh, should I just hand the mic over and let you go? I mean, it was quite the quite the experience watching the Bears Packers game on Saturday night, where the Bears ended up with a comeback win, 31-27 over Green Bay. A game where Jordan Love had 4 touchdown passes.
And
Oh boy.
and we talked about Houston's 23-point fourth quarter. Chicago had a 25-point fourth quarter.
Correct.
So where do I start? I cannot tell you how many seasons. It's been at least 3 straight seasons now where I've had various conversations with friends, whether on podcasts or just while hanging out watching the game, where I was alone in saying Matt LaFleur is one of the best coaches. In okay, he has this team of youngsters that he is going to build, and they're just like a piece away type deal. And then they have a top 5 defense last year and add Micah Parsons this year. Now, obviously, Micah Parsons got hurt towards the end of the season. Get that. But then you had the resurgence of Josh Jacobs last year. You're developing Jordan Love into a good quarterback. You got stud wide receivers. There was no reason for the Packers to not be anything less than one of, if not the favorite in the NFL. And I would have friends that would then tell me, well, here's the problem. They have Matt LaFleur. And I was like, no, that's exactly why they would be great, because Matt LaFleur knows what he's doing, and he's a great coach, and he has it all figured out, and he could scheme and maneuver these ways because he's learned from his past experiences, and he will do what's needed to be done. Then during the regular season, you lose to Cleveland. You tie with Dallas. You lose to Carolina, who then eventually did make the playoffs and won a division. You give up a comeback loss in overtime to Chicago. And then you end the season with 4 straight losses, actually. Denver, Chicago, Baltimore, and Minnesota. But I'm still, Matt LaFleur knows what to do in the playoffs because I still believe in this guy. He's going to get it. Jordan Love got hurt at the end of the regular season. He'll be healthy to go into the playoffs. They're going to have it figured out. And then at halftime, they are ahead 21-3. Jordan Love looks like Peyton Manning. Their defense is stopping the run game, which is what single-handedly has been pushing the Bears this season. The combination of Swift and Monangai. And Matt LaFleur was the quarterback's coach for the Falcons during their 28-3 collapse in the Super Bowl. So he understands what needs to be done in this situation so he doesn't blow it again like he was part of that staff once upon a time. Jordan Love in the second half threw 29 passes.
Yeah.
I understand you don't want to fully play it completely safe and just do nothing but run the ball. I get that. He threw 17 passes in the first half where they were up 21-3. And having the lead until, a couple minutes left in the game, he threw 1.5 times the amount of passes in the second half.
Yeah, right.
Josh Jacobs wasn't working on this game. 19 carries, only 55 yards. Well, you know what you've had during the course of the season? when Josh Jacobs was either hurt or not playing well, Emmanuel Wilson balled out for them when needed.
Right.
He had 1 carry in this entire game. Like I said with the Bears, DeAndre Swift, 54 rushing yards. Monangai, 27 rushing yards. They stopped the run game. They said the only way we can lose this game is with Caleb Williams' arm. And Caleb Williams' arm made the comeback and scored 25 points in the fourth quarter to beat this team that is built to win now.
Right.
Matt LaFleur has now made me look dumb to my friends. And I don't appreciate that. Because I cannot side with this man anymore. As much as I've tried to side and support this guy on being a great coach. Because eventually, you got some stud wide receiver. Matthew Golden had the best game of his rookie season.
He did.
Some of these guys are going to be due to get paid soon, and you're not going to be able to keep all of them. Josh Jacobs, again, he had his resurgence last year. Who knows how much time he really has left? Micah Parsons will be coming back, but who knows when he'll be back, because he's obviously got that.
Miss most of next season.
He's going to miss a huge. Was it Achilles? It was his Achilles, right? Or was it ACL?
I think it was ACL.
All right, so he's going to miss at minimum half of next season. And Matt LaFleur is in talks for a contract extension?
Yeah.
When we were talking coaches in the last time again, when Harbaugh, Stefanski, and some of these coordinators that we touched on are all available, and Matt LaFleur has shown, and not just this season, because he has a 3-6 playoff record, he has shown that he has not able to produce the team in the games that matter, in the games where you should win, because they should have beat Cleveland, they should have beat Dallas, they should have beat Carolina, and they didn't, which would have resulted them in obviously being a higher seed and would have won that division.
Yeah.
And you have the audacity of talking about giving this man an extension. How this man was not fired during the press conference. If they fired Raheem Morris hours after he won 4 straight, and as of right now, not only is LaFleur still the coach, but they're the talks of the possible extension, the Green Bay Packers have suddenly turned into the quietest dysfunctional franchise in the NFL. The one that has been forever so sturdy, but because they're the fan-owned one, and we all, whether, even if you're a Bear fan, you still kind of respect the Packer landscape of their atmosphere on what they bring, being that their stadium is next door neighbors to the Joneses' house.
It is kind of true, right?
To think that Matt LaFleur, with the coaches that are available, this ain't like a Tomlin situation. With the coaches available, there are better options that you can get. And he has proven that he cannot do this. And you want to give this man an extension? If Matt LaFleur stays as the Packers coach, they will be last place in that division next year.
Wow. Okay. That's something there.
Because Bears and Lions, I think, are still there. Vikings, we know they were decimated with injuries. We know they're better than what they were. Yeah. Obviously, the question is going to be J.J. McCarthy again. Could he be healthy? But he will not be able to bring them to the success that is expected of this team. They will only be getting worse.
That's interesting now.
They will only get worse if Matt LaFleur remains their coach.
That's interesting. That is interesting. So you are in on them being in last place next year.
if Matt LaFleur stays as their coach,
which he will,
wouldn't surprise me in the least if they are last in the division next year.
Wow. If that happens, he's gone.
He should be gone now.
If that happens,
he should be gone right now.
Now, for the record, I have never been a Matt LaFleur guy. I never have been. I thought he's been a fairly mediocre head coach for his entire tenure there. I think as Jordan Love has improved, I think I've been a little bit I think I've warmed up to him, right? The further away they got from Aaron Rodgers, the more highly I thought of Matt LaFleur. But yes, if I'm the Packers right now, I would look at this and I would say, well, we have the quarterback.
Yes, because he played fantastic.
Right. We clearly have the quarterback. We have the weapons.
Yes.
We have,
You have the defense.
You have the defense. You can protect Jordan Love at least at an average level in the NFL, right? I wouldn't say their offensive line is great, but it is fine. What's the missing piece here?
The coach. And the missing piece is the coach.
Yeah, I agree. I think
you put a Kyle Shanahan type in Green Bay, they're back-to-back champions.
But you see, like, this is the difference, Josh, for me, in like this is the difference between the Packers and the Steelers, right? To me, Mike Tomlin is what gives the Steelers stability and a consistent chance to win. Matt LaFleur feels like the reason they're being held back. Like, that's all, and that's always what it's felt like to me. Now, again, like the later Aaron Rodgers years when he was there, like that felt like, okay, Aaron's becoming a crotchety old man. He's getting weird now. Like, the guy's going to go to the Jets. Like, that was the part that felt kind of awkward for me. And I was like, all right, like I said, the further away that Matt LaFleur got from Aaron Rodgers, the more I was willing to give him a chance. I was like, okay, like it might start piecing together now. I just don't see it. Like, they were lumping him in. I remember when he got hired, and they were lumping him in with like the Sean McVays and the Kyle Shanahans of like these young offensive head coaches that are so innovative and creative and like they're the new wave of the NFL. I just never like, and I understood all that, but I always felt like Matt LaFleur was more in the ilk of like Kellen Moore than he was Sean McVay. Like, that's the way it felt like for me. It just feels like he's like, okay, like he's fine. He's okay, I guess. But I never looked at Matt LaFleur as like a top tier NFL head coach. And you know what? This is a perfect time to bring this up because I shared this last week and we didn't get to touch on it. But all of these coaches still have jobs, by the way. So they are all probably going to be coaching these teams next year.
Right.
But I saw something on Twitter where it's just this. Like, now these are all the coaches in the NFC North, right? So Ben Johnson, Dan Campbell, Kevin O'Connell, and Matt LaFleur. And it was one of those things where they were asking Grok, the new Twitter AI thing.
Oh, to like remove
something? The worst head coach from this picture. Now, I didn't see what Grok did, but I figured I would post it in our grid chat just because I wondered to see who they thought was the worst coach here. I got to be honest with you, Josh. I think it's Matt LaFleur.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Now, and here's the crazy part, is I was hearing some people say Dan Campbell. I think that's ridiculous.
It's not Dan Campbell, at least now the Lions had a ton of injuries this year, and it was, a year trying to develop brand new coordinators, which obviously we could tell specifically on the offensive side wasn't fully clicking.
Yeah.
Well, you have an opportunity of fixing that by having like a Mike McDaniel or someone come in as the offensive coordinator. We'll wait and see regarding that.
Yeah.
But I also want to take this time because I do still need to give the Bears the credit that they deserve.
Oh, yeah.
For what they did to Matt LaFleur and scoring the 25 points. Ben Johnson, all of a sudden, I know it's just season 1, so it's a short sample size. But of that photo of the division coaches, is Ben Johnson the best coach in that picture? Because he might be.
He might be. I mean, listen, there's there's an argument to be had that he is, and then there's also the case of saying, well, it's just one
season. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Because whatever happens now with the Bears, I know we'll get into our divisional round preview towards the end.
Yeah.
Win or lose against the Rams, this season is a huge success for the Bears because you won your division and you eliminated the Packers.
Yeah.
If they lose by 30, they're still going to be thrilled with the year they had.
Yeah.
And more power to them because the Bears, we can clearly tell, they're only going up.
I think so too. And a big part of that, and here's, you ready? Here we go. This is where I lose all my credibility.
Here's
the thing, and I'm not going to go as far to say that the career arc is going to be this high. But what I will say is that how Caleb Williams looks now is similar to how Josh Allen looked early in his career, right?
I can see that.
There were times in their career, again, when rookie second year early in their career, where they looked, again, Josh Allen's nickname is Superman for a reason, right? They just do things where you're like, I can't even believe that they did that. Like, that is the most, they look incredible, but they're incredibly inefficient. They turn the ball over too much. They try to do too much on certain plays. That's what Caleb Williams looks like for me. If Ben Johnson is the kind of coach that can reel him in, then the Bears are going to be a real problem because Caleb Williams looks like he could be unreal. And I mean, listen, he's definitely better than he was last season. No doubt about that. There's certainly a real step in progression with Caleb Williams year 1 versus year 2. So if they can get Caleb Williams to cut back on the turnovers and stop trying to make the big play all the time, because even Patrick Mahomes had that issue early on in his career, right? Because he knew he could do it, but he didn't realize that he didn't need to do it every single play. I mean, that's a scary thought for the NFC North, is if Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson actually put it together.
And, I mean, the way it's been projecting, Caleb Williams could very well be a top 10 quarterback next year.
Right.
He's obviously already got into like the top half.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, it could even be like top 7 the way he's been elevating.
Yeah.
So
we'll make that list one day. We'll
get that going.
We'll make that list. We'll go 1 to 32 and we'll make that list.
Yeah. The Bears, I am really happy for that franchise with what they've accomplished this year. And I'm really sad for the Packers based on they have no idea what they're doing with all that talent that they have.
You're also sad for you. Let's be.
It was a small bet. I'm not worried about that. I'm just more worried that you beat me in our picks. That the moral victory is more important. The moral victory is more important.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. See, I'm upset that I didn't put money on it. But again, that's again why. That's why I don't, because I know if I do, I'll get it wrong.
But hey, the most important thing out of all of this,
Yeah.
is my friend texting me back about the Cavaliers mascots.
Oh, here we go. This is what we're.
So my close friend out here in LA, who was born and raised in Cleveland, I mean, maybe at some point I'll show. He has a car painted in the Cleveland Browns colors. That's how diehard of a Cleveland sports fan this guy is.
Wow. Nice.
So I asked him, pick one, Sir CC or Moondog, and I quote, Moondog, Sir CC always look corny to me. There you go.
I'm telling you, the Moondog is the favorite among Cavs fans. Cavs fans love Moondog. Sir CC is the secondary. It's Moondog.